Welcome back, lords and ladies, to the continued adventures of Gwen Ravenheart and Star. Actually, it's supposed to be Space Pig, isn't it? Space Pig! Behold my Space Piglet goodness. As we press on with the campaign. Now, in the last episode, our caravan had just been butchered horribly by some Gwen Laffins, and we'd been driven into some ruins. So...
just say the word.
I'm just gonna... I always have problems with the voice volume in this. Right. Get that down to 40. Right. Now, Gwen is probably not feeling particularly happy about this, folks. She's bloody and beaten.
Just say the word.
And she's lost one of her weapons. So you can imagine Gwen at this point in time isn't feeling fantastic right now. She's also got a couple of companions that she's not too sure about. The lower levels of the ruins have been blocked off by fallen rubble, and so she's going to be pretty peeved.
Not a problem.
She's going to be looking around, trying to figure out where we can go and what to do. She isn't going to be happy at all.
That should be far enough. But what now?
Declares Horden's chest rises and falls visibly with each breath as he gasps for air.
We look for another way out. Storm has to die sometime.
Gwen looks around. What happened out there? Khaleesi shakes her head. Wildstorm, of the kind you only get here in El Glanfaf. Not too many people live through them, so it's hard to know what's true. The Glanfafan word for it is Beorwick. To them it's God's way of reaping the souls of the land. They couldn't find their own way out. But they'll take a living soul as soon as a dead one. Still got yours? She inquires. Yeah, Gwen sort of shrugs. Who attacked us? Declares Gwen sharply. Glanfafans. They'll be the hut dwellers Odamar warned you about. Look to be fangs of Galawen, who are the twitchiest of the lot. They go to ruin looking for fights with colonists. Poor Odamar, I think he half expected this once we lost the main road. Sighs Khaleesi. Well, that's just nice to know, mutters Gwen. The Glanfafans said we trespassed in the ruins. I don't believe that. Odamar would never allow it, but as much as the fangs are hotheads, Glanfafans don't attack without provocation, declares Khaleesi. Either they saw something or got the wrong idea, or she slows as she glances down the passageway beyond, or there's looters in here with us. That's not something we need right now. Gwen sort of shrugs. She sort of looks around and just shrugs. And it's like, well, we'll deal with them when we deal with them. What about everyone else in the caravan? Khaleesi's lips press together and her chin ripples. Her voice is faint. The wheels got hold of them now. She looks up. Gods grant them better luck in their next lives. Well, that's pleasant. Okay. You don't seem too upset about all of this, mutters Gwen as she glances back around for safety. Khaleesi looks you in the eye, a volatile current running beneath her voice. Maybe you just don't know me enough to know what upset looks like. And maybe I've seen worse and kept on walking, because there's nothing else to be done, and of course there's other people who care about you, who still need you. Let's go. Right, so Space Pig. Which way should we go, Space Pig? Space Pig says right, left. By the power of Space Pig, or Piglet technically, but it's pig size. You can get dwarf pigs.
Who was here? See if they left anything useful behind.
Right. There's that. Camping supplies. You discovered some camping supplies. You can use these to rest in wildernesses or in dungeons, finally fully restoring all your characteristics, abilities and health. Easy difficulty allows you to carry more camping supplies, but hard restricts them severely. If you fully run out of camping supplies, try to find an inn. Most have cheap available rooms. Okay. Hammer and chisel. Ooh, a mace. Excellent. So we've got a mace. What does that look like? A mace The bane of mailed soldiers throughout the known world, maces are common sight in the Deerwood, regardless of the shape of their flanges. Flanges are basically the bits that stick out here. It's the bit you hit people with. Maces always consist of a metal shaft topped with a number of symmetrically flanges that focus the weapon's power to a small point. Those S-stocks have even more penetrating. Though S-stocks have more penetrating power than maces, the latter can be used in concert with a shield. Okay. Right. Okay. So that's just a hatchet. That's slashing damage. This is slashing piercing. So we give her that. And I'll give her... Okay. Yeah, I'll give her that because that's flaming. And he's just on knives, which is fine. Or I could give him the bow. Post and minor regeneration, post and minor endurance, air. Right. There's something over there from Milliband. Torch and his bast up old shield. I'm not really a sword and board lass myself. I'll only break them out if I really need it. That reminds me as well. I wanted to show you guys something. So as you select the weapon here, you can enchant it if you wish with qualities. If we had the right stuff. For example, more damage, more accurate, legendary. Kraken Eye. Whew. It also takes money to do this. So we can give it secondary damage. We can do it slaying, which means it's more effective against certain beasts. Like this would make it more effective against like humanoid opponents. But until we get all the ingredients, we can't do anything. So let's see. You discovered some campfire supplies you can use. Okay, yeah, that's what it was basically said in the thing already. I thought it was. We can also sneak as well. We go slightly transparent and it allows us to get the drop on opponents. Right, let's check the map. So we can go to the north. Well, we can go northeast. We can go southeast. Let's go southeast. Scouting mode is used both for stealth and for finding hidden objects like traps and secret containers. While scouting, your character select circles will start to fill with yellow when the character is starting to be detected. And once the circle is full of yellow, the character is suspicious and will move to that. Okay. So if we fall back, so they'll move to the area and investigate. The character's hidden ability to find objects is based on her mechanical skill. High mechanical skill allows you to find this. Yeah. So basically, it's the.
How can I help?
You go.
Just say the word.
You go for range for now. Right, he can't see us from here.
How can I help?
Just say the word.
Can we talk to it? Okay. A trembling, sickly creature emerges from the dark, clutching a spear. Knobbled elbows and thin ribs sew for its scaly flesh, but you recognise it as an orc's rip. You watch as you cautiously breathing in ragged sighs. You raise your arms and stand still. The creature cocks its head and approaches you, a soft clicking sound emanating from the back of its throat. The creature sniffs around you and finds nothing of interest. It steps back and resumes its defensive posture. The thing is, screw it, let's just slice it to pieces. We'll tear you to pieces, lizard. The ex's eyes narrow as it hisses at you. It lands at you with your spear. Right. Hey, I never said I was a nice bloke. Nah, it's dead now. Did it have anything?
Just say the word.
It had amethysts. Amethysts can be found in a variety of shades, but the darkest purple are considered to be the most valuable. Discovery of new sources has become commonplace in the past few hundred years, and amethyst no longer fetch the same value as it once did. Okay, so we get that. Medium heated shield. And the Orc's Rib Spear. Okay. We don't get any experience for killing stuff in this game, but all the same. Well, that's piercing, and that's what, slashing damage. Right. We can break out the small shield if we need to. So what's the difference? No difference from what I can tell. Okay. You can enchant shields and armor and stuff.
Not a problem. Just say the word.
Right, so there's something here, I thought. Lockpicks, another bow.
Not a problem.
Interesting. Huda. Crossbow. What's this? Leather medium armor. And within relic gem. This brilliant blue eye has been sculpted to look like an eye. Oh, so this brilliant blue gem has been sculpted to look like an eye. Oh, so there was looters. Right click. This small folio is torn in several places and blood has soaked into several of the sheets. One later entry is still legible, however, as Gwen flicks through the journal. I can't believe my luck. A few rounds of dice and I've got my hands on a genuine egg within artifact. The fellow who had it said it was a pretty nothing as far as he was concerned. He's not willing to go digging some ruins, but if he's right about this gem leading to a hidden treasure, and it's worth sneaking past a few painted elves. I'll head to Glentlis this morning, then it's just a matter of finding this relic he was talking about. I'll put the journal in my stock stuff. So this is the guy. It's called, or like Gwen sort of like spits on his corpse.
Wait.
And this.
Do you hear that?
Spits on his corpse and just this. What the heck is that thing? Sculled whip. Oh boy. Okay. Burn it with holy fire. Smack it on its face. And you blind it.
Just say the word.
It's dead. Well, we blew it to bits. So what was that? Ruins of Kelit Lis. I've narrowly escaped the strange and deadly wind that tore through the valley, but now I am trapped in these ancient ruins that the caravan master told us to stay clear of. Okay, escape the ruins. Girded Vale, we still need to get to Girded Vale. Sword Beastry, okay. Skilder. Skilders are large mammalian creatures that dwell in caves in total and near total darkness. As a result of them having poor vision and rely on their sense of hearing to navigate and find prey, the protrusions and hairs on their ears allow them to detect airflow, which is the key to telling direction in an underground environment. They communicate through screeches and clicks, and use these vocalizations in the form of echolocation. They are communal creatures and will nest and raise young together. Okay, that's worrisome. So, we have a bit of information, I think. It said we got 35% knowledge of it. Has a might of 13, which is less than ours. that's about it. I suppose just had to kill for more of them. We got like, yeah, they go wolves. Where there are deer, wolves will soon follow. This Adrian proverb often speaks with the first phrase omitted, suggesting a vulnerability that early settlers often felt in Eastern Reach. It also speaks to the long association of the Idrians, literally people of the deer, have had with the four-legged predators, and that the ambiguities in the deer wood and as they are in the Adrian Empire. Wolves are legendary for their speed and as well as their ability to knock their prey prone, subsequently subjecting them to devastating attacks. We don't know anything else about them. Oh, there we go. Young wolf. Look, I mean, we know its defenses, deflection, reflex, will. So it's weak. It has weak will but high reflex, and it has a damage soak of 4. And we've got these guys. Uxlip, the Uxlip. Uxlip, reptilian humanoids about the size of Orlands. They adorn themselves in bones of fallen enemies. Most Uxrips from rival tribes have an affinity for large feathers which they hang and pin to their attire. Uxrip skin tones can vary from light green to rustic brown. They elongate snouts, which makes speech impossible, and have overly aggressive behaviour that hinders them from communicating with even more civilized races of the world. They live in secluded tribal territories and are known for ruthless attacking anyone foolish enough to cross their path. Uxlips revere dragons as deities and build communions around the lairs of these powerful creatures. It is not uncommon for small tribes to wander nomadically until it has found a drake or dragon to worship. Once a tribe dedicates itself to a dragon, they will defend it at all costs. Elaborate rituals in which the dragon consumes Uxrip sacrifices are a normal practice. As the dragon grows in age and size, these sacrifices become large religious events that cost the lives of hundreds of Uxrips. The power and procedure of an Uxrip tribe directly correlate with the age of this dragon. The most powerful tribes have existed for hundreds, if not thousands of years. Warriors and samans of these large tribes typically paint their bodies to resemble their draconic gods. Okay, so it has like really low might, and it has damage resistance against freezing. And there's something.
Just say the word.
Something. Another axe. Okay.
Can do.
Okay, so we can get through this doorway here. It seems. Gwen had interrupted the attack and basically killed it with a single blow. We got 25% information from it about it. Let's go back this way. Ooh boy.
Those tiles look suspicious. Let's be careful.
Can we sneak?
Never know I'm here.
No, Space Pig, don't go on it. I know you can. I think you can detect traps using stealth. I don't think any of us have it as a characteristic, or at least anyone that has it even trained. Oh no, he does have it trained.
Found something.
Yeah. So they're all trapped. Okay.
Just say the word.
That's good to know. What's through here? I do love the art style of this game. Like Gwen sort of looks around, like she looks at the doors, she looks at the big glowing stones, she looks at Space Pig and goes, "Don't walk on the glowing images," and walks through the doorway.
Those symbols. Just like the tiles.
A symbol of a patterned circle is inscribed on this pillar. An unlit brazier sits at its base. It could be lit if you had the means. Fire godlike, touch your fiery hair to the brazier. Try that. Flames kindle swiftly in the brazier, widening their way upwards. Ooh, awesome.
Yeah.
So I'm lighting it with my hair. At least my hair can be useful. What's this? This memorial must be ancient, yet the colours are still bright and vivid. It shows persistent of Oathans from all kinds of Kith races, human, elves, Orlan, dwarf and human. They walk amongst pillars similar to this one that span the chamber, each one topped with a flame. Oh, you can actually see it if you get close enough. That's cool. Right. Right, so we have to light all of these, I take it. After subbing my head and then it has basically a pilot light, let's press on. I hear the faint ringing sound. Got no reputation yet. Our party has no reputation either. Uh-oh, what are these? Lesser black oozes, immune to blind, dazed, frightened, prone, and are terrified. Okay. This is going to be fun. Just burn, will you already? So he can't blind it.
Yeah.
Ah, man, that really sucks. Right, so she's hitting on it. Get a bit up close so you can see the combat. We set it on fire. That's good to know. You focus on this one. Right, Gwen finishes hers off with a mighty swing that does 22 slashing damage. And we finish this one off as well. And we interrupt it again, she does another slashing damage and finishes it off. Her health has dropped. Her endurance is okay, but her health is down.
Just say the word.
What's this? Ooze plasma. Congealed mass of thick and opaque jelly. Okay. We'll shove all this stuff into our loot box.
Just say the word.
Whatever this is. What we have here, Poleaxe. Right, so let's compare it. This does slashing and crushing damage. My sword is still better. Plus, I like Poleaxes, but let's just keep hold of it for now. And it seems to belong to one of the Glenfaffen locals.
What's that muck on the wall?
Some kind of statue here. Viscous and oily, this muck clings to everything it touches. It's black ooze, isn't it? Yeah, it's going to be a black ooze. A viscous slick of something dark and tar-like runs down this wall. The shapes and bulges in the ooze suggest that something lies underneath it, but you can't tell what. Use your water skin to clean off the ooze. You rinse the ooze away, revealing an intricate relief of a man's face. Wait, didn't we need that water to cure us of our sickness? Oh boy, okay, that's bad. You rinse the ooze away, revealing the intricate relief of man's face. The sunburst surroundings it has chipped away in pieces, but the details of the head, from the tight curls of the hair to the ridges of the pointed ears, still showcase remarkable craftsmanship. One eye socket is empty. The gem fills the other. Right, places like this. We have a gem we picked up, didn't we? Let's try and put it in that. The chamber begins rumbling, stray rocks dance across the floor. Finally, a large section of the wall gives way. Gwen is silently pleased with herself. So what do we have in here to look at? Okay, more oozes.
How can I help?
No, my lad. Archery. You hack it. No, actually, just hit it.
Just say the word.
Ouch. Just, yeah, 16 corrosive damage to Kalisa. We slash it in half. You've got 25% knowledge on black oozes. Ugh.
Just say the word.
I do not like these black oozes. I will not lie. Yeah, an ooze is a mobile carnivorous mould that develops in dark, dank places and that experience little to no regular traffic. Oozes feed off of ambient bacteria, fungi and small insects as they grow. They begin to seek large prey, including humans, once they reach the size of a dog. Like all living creatures, they have a measure of soul essence, but their lack of intelligence and true nervous system make them mindlessly aggressive and difficult to deter. The viscous and mobile enable them to perform surprisingly number of attacks, and they are capable of spitting corrosive enzymes to break down flesh and armor. Some of the more dangerous variants of this species are disease vectors, making any confrontation with them especially perilous. Right, so it's a level 2, it's primordial. Has resistance against freezing, not much damage though. What's in here? What's that? Amethyst, Eldar, organic material crystal in structure but cell-like substance. Edra can be found growing up through the ground and range in many parts of Eora, easily to carve and manipulate. It's a favourite of jewelers as a semi-precious stone and often cut more intricately and beautifully than other gems. Okay, and we got minor cloak of protection. Ooh, fortitude, reflex, and will. That's nice. We'll give it to Gwen. Da, 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 da. Gwen now has her own cloak. Will billow in the wind.
Can do.
Gwen is now Batman. No. Just because you have a cloak doesn't mean you're Batman. I mean, you look awesome, but... Right. Right, so I take these are trapped. I wonder if we get
Quick and quiet.
I wonder if we get XP. Oh, come on.
Leave it to me.
Seriously? I thought that was to be disarmed.
Just say the word.
So he's injured, is he? Severe burns. So how do we actually disarm stuff?
They'll never know I'm here.
Oh, left click. Okay, that's what it was.
Found something.
I'm just getting to disarm all this because this is additional XP. But he's badly burned, so...
Found something.
Never turn up free XP, folks. Right, so after he accidentally sets himself on fire, which he blames on Space Pig for no apparent reason. Right, I'm just going to quickly... Yeah, I will just camp. Yeah. You can choose damage reduction. Yeah, let's do that. Rest. She still has the strange illness. I need to get some water. Ouch. Once a party member has reached to 0 endurance, they are knocked out. This means they are out to fight, but as long as your side is victorious, they regenerate their endurance when combat ends, even though endurance regenerates after combat, health does not. Right.
Just say the word.
Ah, everyone's still sneaking. We'll go back down this way. At least we got some experience. 8 hours have passed.
That looks weak. Could be a shortcut.
A crack runs along the wall from floor to ceiling. A light gust of air passes through it. Use the hammer and chisel to weaken the wall. You set to work, the crack lengthen and widen your effects, but the process is more taxing than you expect. Sweat beads your forehead and your muscles begin to ache. Continue chiseling at the wall. After several long moments, you begin to see light on the other side. With a final tap, several blocks and stones shift and tumble loose, clearing a gap just wide enough for you to enter. Come, Space Pig. Like Gwen looks at the hole, looks at the nice room on the other side, and just sort of shrugs and steps through. Let us sneak.
Be quiet. I could scout ahead, see what's around the corner.
Uh-oh. The Eastern Reach is a dangerous place full of lurking enemies and carefully concealed secrets, enabling scout mode. Move stealthily and secure hidden objects like traps and secret doors. Right, okay. Don't go ahead of a Space Pig. It is dangerous to go alone. Take this. Blind!
Just say the word.
Take that. She's slashing at me. Don't let it get past. It's dead, is it? Excellent. Health took a bit of a hit, but nothing overly important.
Quick and quiet.
Oh, sneak. Come, Space Piggy. Enemies await in the gloom. Let us sneak. Wait, why are we on fast mode?
Do you feel that? There's a draft coming through that wall.
That's game.
I don't hear any sign of that storm either.
Okay. You have to be careful because obviously the day. Basically, this is factoring in like what time of day and stuff is. There's an enemy up ahead. You can just see it in the gloom.
Just say the word.
More than one as well. Let them come. Right. You smack that. You join in that one.
Just say the word.
You smack this one. Ah, we set it on fire. She's got damage reduction. Which is nice.
Not a problem.
And this way leads back to the bridge. So basically we just took a shortcut. What's this? Is there anything up here?
Quiet.
Right. There's nothing there. Okay. So we're exploring these ruins. There seems to be some kind of like energy network or grid system or... Okay. What's this dingling coming from? More spiders. Let's just shoot it. Oh boy, big spider. Quick, kill that one off. You knock this one prone.
Just say the word.
Right. Then once it's prone, you turn your attention on that one. Ooh yeah, there we go. Killed famished spider. Who killed it? Yeah, crit hit it. Healed in.
Just say the word.
What do we get? Spider's leg. But that is an ingredient we need to improve some of our gear, which is excellent. So oozes are done. Spiders. Enormous and hostile spiders come in all tiny shapes and sizes, colours, and size throughout the Eastern Reach. Many are more aggressive than their tiny kin. These giants actively seek out human and animal prey. Even the weakest of them, The spear spider can easily kill a grown kith if the victim is unprepared. Although the spear spider lacks a poisonous bite, its piercing legs, for which its name is derived, can inflict terrible wounds, even for armor. More deadly than spear spiders are ivory spinners and widowmakers, with both species possessing horrific poisonous bites. Ivory spinners are also able to fire webbing at prey, slowing them down. Widowmakers do not cast webbing, but are their poison extraordinarily toxic. Seldom seen outside the most remote locations of Glenfaf, the fabled crystal eaters are enormous and powerful, possessing magical abilities some wizards believe have been developed through the consumption of Edra and enchanted gemstones. In addition to their ability to raise a field of deadly crystal spikes, the venom of a crystal eater will temporarily turn the victim's flesh and blood to stone. Subsequent attacks by a crystal eater on the petrified foes are quite fatal. Dang. Right, so that's just... yeah, that's the spear spider. No, they have some stuff to piercing and burning. Spear spiderling. Yeah, so we know a bit about them.
Just say the word.
What was down here?
Just say the word.
Someone's dead. Yeah, a helmet. I can't wear it because I've got obviously horns. And we had a crossbow.
Leave it to me.
Oh, I should have given him the crossbow ages ago. Sort of thing in this was it's empty. Okay.
Just say the word.
Right, everyone gang up. Let's get moving. Bats as large as chickens are strung up in the web. And they said there was something here. Ugh, bloodstone. Bloodstone's traditionally a dark stone, often deep green, but the presence of a pocket of iron or red jasper resembling blood splatters give the stone its name as well as its value. Ah, cool. What's this? A rapier. Okay. And we're out to the outside world. But I think this would be a good place to stop for now. What I think I will do, very quickly, is I noticed one of my issues I was having was that crashing. Now I've got to keep with my setup that I have at the moment. You can have the helmet, because I can't use them because I've got obviously. I mean, they're really nice, but flaming horns. The downside of all things. You can have the crossbow instead of the bow. So what's that? 20 to 28 piercing damage. It's a bit slower on the draw. But hey ho, okay. What has he got for armor? Nothing I've got is better than that at the moment, so he'll have to keep with this. Rightio. But I think this is a good place to end it. Like, Gwen sort of looks around, like the group has like hacked its way through these ruins, like they've killed spiders, they've killed weird man-bat monsters, and so far Space Piggy seems to have no issue whatsoever. Gwen suspects that Space Piggy is up to no good, but they sort of look around, they sort of clean the blood off their weapons and look at what appears to be the exit to the way out, and they go pressing onwards. I am going to be putting a bit more like role playing into this in the next episode as well, just sort of getting my foot in. This is like the tale of Gwen, Ravenheart, and Space Pig as they sort of explore the world of Pillars of Awakening and see what fates wait for them in the dark. I shall see you all next time, ladies and gentlemen. If you have liked, please press the like button. If you were subscribed, please press the subscription button. You can follow me on Twitter, you can follow me on Steam, or you can leave a comment in the comment sections, and I shall get back in contact with you. This has been Pillars of Awakening. Pillars of Awakening, I mean Pillars of Eternity. Oh, yeah, this is Pillars of Eternity, folks, and I shall see you all next time. Goodbye.